Hi, I'm Steve from 2Cat Media and welcome to another video. Well, welcome to the channel in general. Welcome, my friends. So this here is my auction purchase. It didn't come like this. It came with all the bits needed, majority. And this is a Lamborghini Diablo. Well, it's supposed to be. But the official name in the game is the Morena Bizzarini from 1991. Now you can see there that I purchased it for 75,012 credits. And the brake horsepower, if it tells you that, the factory horsepower was 456. Now, when I got it back to the garage, I did take all the parts off. But before I did, I run it on the horsepower, and it was about 71 down from the factory. So it's about 380, or give or take. And I also completed a speed run with it as well on the landing strip. And it was 159 miles an hour from start to finish before it crashed into the barrier. Okay, so the aim of this video is to strip it down, which I already have done, to save you guys some time. And what I have done is I've already purchased all of 100% components and also all of the tune-up parts as well that can be purchased for this particular one, including the tune-up parts for the body. Okay, so yeah, so we're going to put this on the ramp and we're going to do it up. Everything's been taken out, the engine, the suspension, the wheels, so everything should be 100%. I believe I have already, where do we are? There we are, the frame. I did weld the frame, so it's 100%. And the interior, I've put a new steering wheel and I've put in two new seats. And obviously, it's a Lamborghini, so there's no seats in the back, okay? So we're going to build this up together. You're going to watch me and hopefully we'll have a bit of a good time. And so let's move this onto car lift A. Here we go. So yeah, so we're going to start building up. I'm going to start from the front and then we'll start doing the engine, etc. in the back. I already have put the parts on for the front already, as you will see here. So all the brakes, all the calipers, the springs, everything, the ECU, even the brake servo, the ECU, more brakes, the washer fluid. They are all 100%. So I repaired exactly what I could, and anything that I couldn't repair, I purchased at 100%. And all those components, of which none in this section anyway, are the tune-up parts for the engine. Okay, only seems to be parts majority for the engine or the gearbox. Okay, so that's that done. I've already put the new seats in and the steering wheel. Yeah, so I've got a door on there. I'm not sure I've got a door on there. I will take that door off. I'm not sure why that's on there. Let's just go now to the workbench just to see if there's anything else to be repaired. There we go. So we got the mirrors and the right door. There was some parts you can buy, which I did buy and purchase. I think some was like the bumpers and some was the lights, etc. Or the backlights, which is more of a sportier mode. I don't think it makes any go any faster. A new hood, engine hood there as well, or trunk, whatever you want to call it. And just make sure there's nothing else in this car to be taken out. I've even took out the rear glass there as well. So yeah, so let's start by putting in the engine and rebuilding that engine. unfortunately with this as well, the gearbox itself didn't have a tune-up part for this particular one. So because it's a V12, they didn't have one. You can get them for some of the other cars, as well as the flywheel, etc., like you saw that I installed, but not the actual gearbox, which is a bit of a shame. Okay, so let's get these spark plugs in. Okay, that's all those in, so let's do the other side. Okay, so now let's just put the ignition coils and the rest of the spark plugs in. This is probably like one of the more annoying parts of it, is especially when you're doing like those, the push valve rods, etc. You know, they're so small and tiny and thin to get your cursor on, or if you're playing on an Xbox, it's probably even that. Well, it is more harder because I'm playing on the Xbox. Okay, that's all the spark plugs, which are all tune-up parts, and also the ignition coils. They're all tune-up parts as well, as you saw. So let's stick the intake manifold V12 on, which is not a tune-up part, unfortunately. And put the fuel rail. That should be, yes, another 2%. The throttle should be as well. Oh, for some reason I've brought two of those. Oh well. That's another 1%. We'll put on the exhaust manifold. That's another 4%. And there should be a total of 4 of those. So we've got another one here. All nice and shiny. Let's go around the other side. We'll put the timing chain shoe A on. Actually, we haven't got one of those. Let me just go and buy that from the shop. There we go. A nice new one. And let's go, and while we're here, just put on these cam gears as well. And we'll put on the serpentine belt A for the V12. And we haven't got one of those as well as new. I don't know why I didn't get one of those. Let's just go and buy that right now. I presume I haven't brought these as well. No, I have. So that's good. The power steering pump should be a tune-up part as well. Yep, that's another 2%. That's not another 100% one, so let's just buy that one as well. So the crankshaft pulley, that should be normal. The water pump, I think, is... No, it's not. So I think it's got 2 water pump pulleys on there, so let's just stick the other one on. Okay, we'll stick that in a moment. Okay, so let's get this timing cover on. And the thermostat. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Oh, one of these idle roller A's. And just one down the bottom, the roller B. The alternator, I believe, is a tune-up part. Yeah, that's another 1.5%. Look how shiny that is, eh? But they left the sticker on there. Is that a sticker or a badge gone wrong? I don't know. Okay, and then it's just the serpentine belt. And the belt tensioner. All lovely and new and shiny. Okay, let's get these manifolds back on. Another 4%. And I should have one for this. I don't know why I... Oh, I have, yeah. It's called a different name. It's A and B. Okay, so we're racking up the percentage here. So we can't do these until we get onto the lift. The throttle, again, should be... Yep, that's why I brought 2 throttles, one for each side. Lovely and shiny. The fuel filter. Yeah, that's another 0.6%. It all adds up. While we're up here, let's just put this ABS module on. And the pump. We've got 2 there. Okay. So let's go and put the battery in. That's a brand new battery. Power steering reservoir. Everything's 100%, or it will be if it isn't. Even down to the washer. So it'd be like basically a brand new 1991 Lamborghini Diablo. The air filter is another 1%. Ah, this is the annoying one with the clips. Okay. I have, of course, maxed out the screwing speed. I'm about level 4 or 5 on the mountain, so I need to get that up as well as the inspection as well. Now I may consider painting this as well. It did come originally with a different coloured panel on the front. I think it was black or purple or something. But I might paint it. I might have a look at the factory colours. The factory colour was red, but... and I think it is that colour. But colour variants are yellow, white and grey, etc. So we might even go for a yellow one. I think a nice yellow Lamborghini. We'll have a look in the paint shop at the end, okay? But for now, let's just continue to build this engine. So I'm just going to go and connect all the piston rods. And also the crankshaft as well. Okay, so now that's all done eventually. Let's put the oil pan on. And now we'll just connect all the other different parts as well, such as the starter and some of the exhaust parts as well. For some reason, the rear muffler didn't have any tuning parts. They do on some of the other cars on the mufflers, but not for this particular one. We'll come back to the suspension part in a moment. I think I just haven't. I brought the parts. I don't think I've put them back together yet. So let's just go and do that now. Here we go. Yeah, I did put together the front ones, but not the back ones. Okay, that is looking pretty good. And now that's that side done. So I'm just going to go and do the other side and I'll come back to you. Okay, so that all is together now. I'm just going to make sure there's nothing else on the bottom. Obviously there's the wheels to put on. Everything there seems pretty much together, I think. What do you think? The fuel. The 2 fuel tanks. You get so thirsty, it needs 2 lots of fuel. The fuel pump is actually another 1.5%, and there's 2 of those. So that all adds up. Perfect. Okay, let's just lower it down, and we'll just check the top of the engine, and then we'll start putting the wheels on. And the body panels as well. Okay, so let's go and fill up the brake servo. And the washer reservoir as well. We'll do the coolant. That's better. And the power steering as well. And I think that's it. Oh, and the oil for the engine. Let's not forget that. Okay, this looks pretty much finished off. Okay, I'm going to put the panels back on now. So we'll start with things like the glass and that first. All nice and lovely. And the A panels. Technically it's not really an A, is it? But you know. The rear window, if I can just click on it, it would be helpful. All nice and new. Where else is there to put on? Yeah, the other A window. Okay, so let's put on the bumper first, shall we? So there was 2 bumpers, and I think this one is... Well, we'll put them both on and see. I believe one of them is the tune-up part. I think it's this one here, bumper B. But we'll have a look, just see which one seems better. Okay, that looks pretty standard. So let's just take that off. And put on the bumper B. No, that one. Well, that looks more sporty. Let's go to the shop and just double check with that. Body tuning? No. Body tuning. Yeah, bumper B. It's all B's at the end, so we know which ones are those. So let's go to the lights. If I show you the original lights first, and then you can kind of see, okay? So that's the original, and this is the tune-up part. As you can see there, I mean, they both look pretty nice, but I think the tune-up part does look better. So let's just take that one off, and we'll put on the tuning part. Okay, the trunk. Now I'll show you the original, which is okay. You know, it's all vented, etc. It looks pretty nice. And now I'll show you the tune-up body part as well. There we go. A nice contrasted colour there. I think that looks a little bit better. Yeah. Okay, so the front right door. And the glass. And the right-sided mirror. So let's do the front bumper. So let's look at the original bumper first. Okay, yeah, very 90s, you can tell, can't you? Okay, now let's have a look-see at the upgraded part, which is this one here. Okay, I mean, it is a bit more modern, don't you think? Okay, let's get the lights, the right headlight. There's two now, so I'll put on the right one the standard one. And the upgraded one. You can see there the upgraded one is more modern. It is nice to have these flip up ones, I suppose, but that is definitely more modern. So let's just take that one off and put on the upgraded one. That's cool. The hood, let's have a look at the original. So yeah, it was like a dark blue. Can you see? It kind of goes well if there's a stripe going across the top, but there's not. And then let's have a look-see at the upgraded part. Oh, that's nice. Okay. And then let's just put on the left door. So now everything should be put on, I believe. Let's go and put on the wheels. They should all be redone at 100%. So make sure we've got any bigger wheels there. So the smaller wheels here, the 245s, they will go at the front. So I was able to renovate those up to 100% and repair them, but the tyres I had to buy brand new. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Okay, so what we do need on here now is we need some number plates. So let's go back to the shop. We'll buy some Great Britain ones because that's where I'm from. Why not? We need 2 of those and we need to custom as well. So what could I possibly put on there? I wonder. Two Cat M. Let's buy them. So let's put these parts back on. Oh, can we not put on a... We can put it on there. We can put it on the back at least. And there we go. 2 Cat M. That is what I'm talking about. Okay, that all looks fine. Let's see now if we can transfer this to the paint shop. Okay, so we're at the paint shop. That's all looking fantastic. Let's just see if it actually starts, actually. Be very interesting. See what it sounds like. That sounds definitely very, very nice. Okay, so let's close the door. So let's go and have a look at some colours. So let's have a look, see what we got. The different colours. There we go. Just try and get like, obviously the front bumper there can't be done, but everything else will, apart from the panel on the back, which is fine. So let's have a look at the different colours, shall we? I'm not sure about that red personally. That's a bit too dark. You do get some really nice green Lamborghinis, don't you? We saw those. They're always like really bright coloured. There we go. Perfect. That is looking slick. Oh yeah, baby. Just take a look at that. Okay, so now there's only one thing to do for this, and that is, you guessed it, is to take it for that test ride. See, oh no, actually, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to move it to the dyno to see how much horsepower we have. Now, originally, it would have had, let's just double check. It would have had 456. When I got it, it was about 380, give or take. So we've got all those percentages, so let's see exactly what it can do. I'm thinking about 550 horsepower. I don't know. We'll see. Oh wow, 726 horsepower. That's a factory gain of 271, a 60% increase. Wow, and an increase of 224 pounds per feet as well on the RPM. Oh my god, that is amazing. That's going to be amazing. Okay, so let's close that. Let's get into it, and let us go and drive to the speed track down here. So you can see there my top speed overall, which is this car originally when I brought it from the auction, was 159 miles per hour. Obviously the runway is only so long, and it maybe could have got to 160, maybe 161, but it was kind of struggling towards the end. Okay, now here we are on the runway. Now I've reversed more or less as far back as I can kind of go. Now we have to be very careful here because with so much power it can just spin out. Okay, so I'm going to have to do it a little bit gentle and go from there. Okay, we're up to, okay, we should be fine now, 110, 120. But, well, we've passed 159, put it that way. So we're maxing out about 201 miles per hour. 201 miles per hour, and we're going to crash. That is fantastic. So we literally could not get any faster than that. Okay guys, so here we are. Yeah, so the top speed that it was able to get, and that was well before it got to the end of the runway, was 201 miles per hour. A beautiful specimen of a car, and considering it's supposed to be 1991, I would gladly drive that around, even in that colour. So yeah, so this is the Lamborghini Diablo 1991, aka the Morena Bizzarini. The factory horsepower was 456. When I brought it, it was about 70 less. And now the measured horsepower is 726 horsepower. Okay, that's a tuning increase of 58%. Okay, and now we can just see here that everything should be 100% on it. And if we go across now, we'll see how much profit we've made according to the car. Obviously, we've spent money on parts as well. But you can see the parts value now is 82,972. The body value is worth nearly 43,000. The performance parts value is 25,000. So it looks like it has given us some of that back. The condition bonus for getting it 100% or as high as it can be, which is 100%, is 53,000 almost. So I brought it for 75,000. Obviously, I must have spent around 25,000, probably 30,000 max on parts and body panels, etc., and repairs. And obviously got my time as well, which is worth a lot. And I've made 129,000 credit profit. And I can sell this now for 204,209 credits. Okay guys, so this is the Lamborghini Diablo 1991, aka the Morena Bizzarini. It's the standard version, it isn't the special edition, but you know what? What a beautiful car. We've tuned it, we've put all the parts to 100%, we've brought all the tuning parts and body panels that we can possibly do. We had a factory horsepower here, as you will see, of 456 horsepower. When I got it, it was about 70 less than that. By making all the parts 100%, it should have achieved the 456. And you can see now a 60% profit and a 58% tuning increase as well, making it 726 horsepower. Absolutely amazing. These are all 100%, as you can see here. So that's great. So we can see now how much we've made, how much the parts cost, and how much we can potentially sell this car for. So you can see here, the parts value is almost 83,000 credits. The body value, almost 43,000 credits. The performance parts value is about nearly 25,500 credits. So hopefully it's paying me back for all of those performance parts that I've put on, which isn't too bad. And the condition bonus is 53,000 credits almost for making it 100%. And the buying price, I brought it for 75,000. So you can see I've spent probably around, I'd say about 30,000 with repairs, etc., body panels, etc. So yeah, even 30,000, so 105,000. You know, I've made over 100,000 profit easily, 120,000 profit, and now I can sell this for 204,209 credits. A 204,000 credit car. Absolutely amazing. And over 120,000 credit profit. Absolutely beautiful. And this is worth it as well. I mean, 1991, even, okay, it's got all the some modern updates on it as well, and all the tuning parts that you can't see, but it is a beauty, and I would gladly drive that as well. The engine itself looks absolutely gorgeous. All nice and shiny with all those performance parts there, and the two fuel tanks. We can open the doors and get a beautiful look inside here. We can bend down and have a look in. Look at that, eh? All new stuff in there. We've got our hood open as well, if we can open it. That's where we can, we've got our brakes, etc. We can put a little suitcase in there as well if you want to go on our little jollies. Apart from that, you know, absolutely beautiful. And of course, we've even got our personalized number plate. Yes, my friend. Personalized number plate. Let's see if we can actually... Yeah, we can't zoom in too much with that. But yeah, to Cat Media. Listen, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Yeah, I brought you the shell and also the parts on the front suspension were all put together. We have done an amazing job to make this what it is, and an amazing increase in profit and performance. If you've enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a big, massive Lamborghini thumbs up, and also any comments or questions as regards this video or the channel, then put them in the comment section below. All interaction is appreciated and does help the channel a lot, so thank you in advance. And if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, and you too, my friend, can be part of the exclusive yet elusive community that is 2Cat Media. And also press that notification bell, and any videos I do on tech or drones and also simulation gameplay, etc., you will be one of the first to know about it as well. I have got some live streams, a couple on my channel if you want to check those out. And also I'll be trying to do maybe 1 or 2 streams a week, maybe more where able. But apart from that, stay safe, guys. Get those Lamborghini driving skills under go, and I'll see you on the next video.